Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the next episode of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience. Hey, what's going on with you? Your old pal Joe here, checking in with you on a motherfucking Monday, my friend. How you doing? How's it hanging? Hey, hope you're doing well. Listen, I hope you're doing better than you ever thought you possibly could be doing, okay? You know that. I know that. And if you're not, it's okay. But, hey, get your shit together, okay? We're halfway through July. More than halfway through. We ain't got time for your bullshit. You don't have time for your bullshit. So do me a favor. Get it the fuck together, will ya? Sound good? Sound like a plan? You fucking numbskull, all right? I don't mean to be throwing such harsh insults your way this early on a Monday. But what the fuck? Get it together, get your ass in gear, and have some fun. And if your ass is already in gear, hey, good fucking job. Good fucking job. Got some shows coming up. Want to let you all know about. You fine people. Listen, lots of big things coming up. First and foremost, I'll be at a facility known as Third Coast Comedy Club this Friday, July 22nd. Doing a quick spot. But if you're in Nashville, come through, all right? Also, July 28th, I'll be at a place called Dark Matter. It's spelled DRKMTTR. Very cool. Very fucking cool. I'll be telling jokes there. And then I'll be at Society American Noshirirer. I'll be in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Let's just do that on August 5th and then August 6th in Cincinnati. Working on some shit in Detroit for the 11th through the 13th. Haven't got any confirmation on any of that yet, except for the 14th. I'll be at 313 Comedy in Detroit. The week after that, pending right now, but I'll put it out there, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'll be coming with my good friend Aaron Weber. We'll be there the 24th through the 27th, I believe, right now. I'm doing a nice Wednesday through Saturday with my good friend Aaron. Keep up with me at joekellycomedy.com. Aaron might be taking me out on the road quite a bit more, you know, because I'm doing that clean comedy, guys. I feel like I got everybody fooled, but somehow it's working out well. Anyway, what's going on with you, my friends? What's happening in your world? How was your weekend? How was your last week? What'd you get into? Did you get into anything fun? Did you accomplish anything with yourself? Did you change your own trajectory of life in some way, shape, or form? I certainly hope so, and hopefully it went up and not a downward trajectory. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to go down. That's a bad place to go. You want to go up. Everybody knows that. But what's going on in the world? Hey, man, I don't know. This week, I really don't know. Haven't paid a goddamn bit of attention to anything. I've been doing that more and more lately. Listen, this is what happened to me, all right, people? Went on a nice hike on this past week and went on a nice, very long 11-mile hike. Was in the woods, went by myself this time, and wouldn't you know it, went in the woods and still managed to not do any gay stuff. You guys know how it's when you go into the woods, there's always a good chance you're going to do some gay stuff in there. Just because that's what happens in the woods, you know? But I figured I'd avoid doing that, so I went by myself. And fortunately, I didn't encounter another fellow who was in the woods, or else I might have had to do some gay stuff just because that's the call of the wild or whatever it is, you know? I think Ted Nugent wrote a song about that. Something about butt fucking your buddy in the woods while you tell your wife you're hunting. But anyway, I didn't do none of that stuff. Went on a nice long fucking hike. Really left it all out there in the woods, you know? Because I had been to this, I guess we can mention Long Hunter. I believe it's called Long Hunter State Park here in the great city of Tennessee. If you're ever traveling through, check it out. It's a nice place to go and sit and look at some trees and some water. And also you can get a deer tick. What I found out, got a couple of those. Didn't do no gay stuff, but had a couple of, still managed to have a couple of things sucking me off somehow. You know what I mean? I never had a tick before, but I guess it's my own fault. Anyway, the point is, I'm going on this hike, right? I go to this place. I had been there before. They have a short day loop, but also they have a longer trail that is 5.5 miles that takes you to a campground. And I had no intentions of camping. I just had sheer motivation and drive to get to the campground. I just wanted to get to it, you know? So that's what I set out to do, by God. I was in a good mood, was feeling great, was listening to some music, some instrumental. DJ Crush is what I was listening to. Then listened to an audio book, something about psychology and finance, trying to change my money, my relationship with money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to get some of this cheddar. I got to sneeze. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. My bad. But going on the hike, feeling good. Everything's going great. You know, it's a nice day, beautiful day. Feeling motivated, like gonna make it to the end of this hike just to see the campground. You know, I thought in my mind, if I get to the campground, there would be something there. You know what I mean? Like maybe like an old water pump. I was looking forward to that because I was running low on water by the time I made it to 5.5 miles. I was thinking maybe there'd be an outhouse, something like that. You know, anything. Just something to be found. So I'm walking. You know, I'm probably like 3 miles in, 3.5 miles in, maybe 4. I'm getting close, you know what I mean? And I start getting tired, and I start going, you know what, maybe if I just turn around, this won't be so hard on the way back. And it's like, you know what? No. You said you wanted to walk to the campground? Yeah, you're getting tired, but think about it. Think about what's going to be at that campground once you get there. And I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea, Joe. Maybe you just keep pushing yourself to get to the end because there might be a prize. You know, how are you supposed to know what's at the end if you give up? If you give up, you don't know how far it is. And that's the thing when you're in the woods. I could have been 10 steps away or I could have been 10,000 steps away. I couldn't tell because it's just a bunch of trees. It all looks the same. So I just keep goddamn walking. And then, let me tell you something. I had to, I'm not trying to be inappropriate here, but I did eat, my buddy, my good friend that I have not seen in a long time, he took me out Friday for a barbecue, you know? He spent like $85 on meat for us to eat at 11:30 in the morning. The most insane. It just made me useless for the rest of the day. It was so much meat. Brisket, ribs, sausage, cheese stuffed sausage, mac and cheese, or not mac and cheese, potato salad, baked beans. There was something else too. I'm sure there was. Just all sorts of different shit, right? But anyway, if you've ever had barbecue, you know that it fills your ass up with shit. It's the most polite way I think I can put it. I think that's the most scientific way of putting things too. So I did that Friday, and I thought I had gotten all the barbecue shit out of me. But probably about mile 4 on that hike, it was like, oh no, I'm not going to make it. Because in my mind, there was an outhouse, at the very least an outhouse at the campground. And if I kept pushing, if I go, well, if I make it to the outhouse, I don't have to shit in the woods. And that thought lasted for maybe 10 seconds before it was like, okay, I think I'm just going to have to shit in the woods. But let me tell you something, people. I got to be resourceful. I've been keeping this pocket knife just in case I have to stab a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Been keeping that thing on me just in case I got to stab a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Haven't had to do it yet. But I became like MacGyver, like a survivalist. You know what I mean? So what I did was I go, hey, I got to take a shit. Let me just cut the sleeves off my shirt. I'll wipe my ass that way. So that's what I did. You know, I didn't have anything else. Got the knife out, cut the sleeves off, took a deep squat in the woods, and got the rest of that barbecue shit out of my ass. Only took one sleeve to wipe too, which I am pretty proud of. That means that squat was nice and deep. Not a lot of mess, but I'm pretty sure that is where I ended up getting the ticks. Because I didn't shit right next to the trail, you know. I went off in the woods a little bit. But I think that's where I ended up getting my ticks. But anyway, took my shit, felt great, and was like, now I'm ready to finish this last mile and a half of this hike and get to this fucking campground, you know? Legs are tired. It's hot. I'm sweaty. I'm tired of listening to this audio book because it doesn't seem like it's doing anything to change my psychology around money. It seems like it's just telling stories about how there are people who get real rich and stay real rich, and then there are people who get real rich and then don't stay real rich. That's what it seemed like. It was like, oh, this guy made a lot of money in the 30s, and then in the 40s he killed himself. And then there was this other guy who was like, he made a lot of money in the 30s, and then he kept making money in the 40s, so he didn't kill himself. So which one do you want to be? And I think I want to be the one who's not killing himself. But you're not telling me how to do that in this book. You're just leaving it up to me. You go, hey, it's easy to make a lot of money. The difficult part is keeping the money and not killing yourself. I thought the hard part was just making millions of dollars, but apparently that's the easy part. The hard part is not biting down on the barrel of a gun after you've made millions of dollars and shooting the top of your skull off. Apparently, according to this book, that's not me. That's not me giving advice about money. That's according to this book that I've been listening to for some ungodly reason that has taught me nothing about money. But it has taught me that even rich people kill themselves. Whatever. Anyway, back to the hike, people. Trust me. Hey, real quick, if you've made it this long, there is a message to all this. I'm not just talking about the hike. It's about life. You understand? So, I poop. I wipe my ass. And I make it to the fucking campground, people. I kept walking. They did that other mile and a half, made it to the campground. And there wasn't shit there. There wasn't anything. There were some benches and some fire pits that hadn't been cleaned in a very long time. Big pile of ashes. But that was it. That was all there was to it. I had a spliff. I sat there. I smoked that. I was like, wow. I made it here. This is what I set out to do today. I accomplished it. Little bit lackluster, you know? Little lackluster. But I guess I'll just go back. So that's that's what I did. I waited about maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, smoked my spliff, and then walked back. And listened to comedy and some more music, and even tried to listen to some more of that audio book. But the point of all of it is, people, is don't be so focused on the destination. You know what I mean? It was just that hike was just a realization that the end is irrelevant anyway. Ideally, we're all trying to get somewhere. But how many times are you trying to get somewhere or you're trying to get something, and as soon as you get there or you get the thing you're trying to get, you don't want it anymore? Or it's not what you thought it would be. You know, I thought this campground might have a fresh source of water. It didn't. Granted, there was a lake, which is fresh water. I drank some fucking lake water, people. Do I give a fuck? No. I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I needed some goddamn water. You understand? Quit letting these cowards tell you that you need to be drinking water from bottles, all right? Was it the cleanest water? No. Did it give me some infection? Maybe. I feel fine now. Could be one of them slow growing infections, you know what I mean? Where it starts in the toes and then by the third week you're bleeding from your eyes or something like that. But so far so good. But the point is, it wasn't the campground that was the exciting part of the day. It was the walking. You know what I mean? The journey. I thought of a couple of jokes that I'm excited to try out. Thought of some other jokes to like tag up shit that I've been working on. Listen to some great music. Got to take a shit in the woods, you know. Got to be resourceful. Got to use my pocket knife. All in all, it was a pretty exciting day, you know. Just the walk, the taking in the sights, the listening to the birds, the crunching of the sticks. That's what the exciting thing was, not the goddamn campground. I wasn't even going camping. I had no tent. I had nothing to stay overnight. I had just one bottle of water, and that ran out. But that wasn't the point of it. The point of it is to enjoy the process of getting to where you're going. Because also, once you get there, you got to get back. So you can't stay forever, regardless of if you're going to a campground or maybe it's some other metaphor for your own life there. But the journey's where it's at, you know? I've lost sight of that lately, I feel like. And going on that hike was a good reminder of it, you know? Because that used to be what comedy was for me, was the journey, was getting from one place to another and then being able to tell some jokes, hopefully. Whether the jokes went good or bad, I could only do my best. But that in-between stuff was where I seemed to have the most fun and find the most peace and the most wisdom from nature, myself, whatever it is. But somewhere, maybe it was that 2020 shit when there wasn't too much journeying around, you know what I mean? But it's just a good hike, and just to have that realization of, oh, the campground was irrelevant to begin with. It was just a marker in the sand of somewhere to get to, you know, but it wasn't the be-all, end-all. What it was the walk, the journey getting out there, you know. Cutting off your sleeves because you got to take a shit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, gangster. Ladies, you need a real man around? Why don't you give your old pal Joe a call? He's out in the woods cutting sleeves off of his shirt to wipe his fucking ass with. That's pretty rugged and sexy. I just feel like I shouldn't have to be telling you that, but come on. This is going to be called the Change Your Panties podcast with all this sex appeal I'm dropping on you. Anyway, that's it. I paid attention to nothing all last week. It's been a good week. Did some jokes, all that shit, but just here to remind you on a Monday to enjoy the journey that you're on. That's all, because that's what it is. Don't obsess with the end of it. And don't obsess with, getting things out of it, you know. What you get out of it is the experience. Everything else is bonus, you know. So that's where it is. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the journey. That's all. Don't even focus on it. Just do it. And reflect on it later. Don't worry about the end. Because once you get to the end, then what? the process is much more fun. Anyway, let's get to the animal video clip of the week and get you on your way. Another early Monday morning podcast for your old pal Joe. Hope we've made it through this one. Hope we've had some fun. Hey, real quick video coming from World Star Hip Hop. You know? Okay, let's get to the animal video clip of the week and get you on your way. Had to sneeze again. Coming from the great website called World Star Hip Hop. I believe they just took the video from YouTube anyway. But you'd think if you encountered 3 lions in the wild, you'd probably leave them the fuck alone. You know what I mean? They're lions. They're big and they're scary. You know? But if you were a hippo, you might think otherwise. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I saw a video of like 3 lions trying to cross a river. Nothing in sight. They're just trying to mind their own business. And so all of a sudden a hippo comes out of nowhere and is like, hey, motherfucking lions, get the fuck out of here. And usually you would think if 3 lions are around, no one's going to fuck with 3 lions. But a hippo will fuck with 3 lions. And I think that's pretty cool, you know. Could that have went the other way? I don't know. I feel maybe it would have been more impressive if it was like a gazelle. Because now that I'm talking about it out loud, a hippo, a giant hippo that is 4 or 5 times the size of a lion, running off 3 lions while it is in the water, while they're in the water, is not that impressive. But if it was a gazelle scaring away 3 lions, that would have been pretty cool, huh? Or maybe like an aardvark. Something docile that a lion could easily kill. Imagine if that was the hippo instead. That'd be pretty cool, right? Hell yeah. I'll answer it for you. Hell yeah, it would be. Listen, thanks for checking out the podcast this week. I hope we had a little bit of fun. Go to joekellycomedy.com for some upcoming dates. I'm going to be hitting the road with my buddy Aaron. We're going to be in Texas here pretty soon. I believe in September, Oklahoma in August. Other shit coming up. Looks like fucking somewhere in November. Dayton, Ohio in November. There's going to be some other dates. So go to Joe Kelly Comedy. Keep up with those. Aaron's got a big tour coming up. If he wants me to tag along with him for most of it, I definitely will. So we might have a busy end of the year, people. Who knew? Who knew coming back to Nashville would be so beneficial for me? Crazy. So happy to be back. And I'll keep you all posted. But anyway, show this Friday, July 22nd. I'll be at Third Coast Comedy Club. My buddy Mark Anunson is going to be hosting the show out there. Real funny. Come see that one. And yeah, joekellycomedy.com for all the upcoming dates. Listen, thanks for checking it out today, everybody. Hope we had a little bit of fucking fun on your Monday, all right? Don't forget to enjoy your journey, you know? Even if you fucking forget about it while it's happening, take a moment and think about what the fuck you did to get where you are. And realize that where you're at ain't where you're gonna be. Understand? Do me a favor. Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else, all right? I'll catch you around real motherfucking soon. Later. All right, video people. The audio people are gone. It's just us now. Now we can be just ourselves. We can just be dirty little sluts if we want to, you know? No one's here to judge us. It's just us. As always, you're better than everybody who just listens to things. The fact that you're willing to use 2 of your senses to consume this is pretty fucking gangster shit. Pretty fucking gangster. You know? Go fuck something this week, all right? Maybe someone you know, maybe someone you don't know. But go fuck something, will you? Go come. Go come this week at least twice. And make sure somebody else is there with you. None of that self-cum, all right? You could do that too, but I don't want to hear about it. Everyone needs to keep a journal this week, and I want 2 examples of you coming with somebody else. by Sunday. All right? You got 6 days, 7 days, whatever it is. Get that cum out. All right? I love you. Bye.